Everyone, I'm back. I am Tara, aka Spirit Mother, and I'd like to welcome you all back to my channel. On my YouTube channel, I am Spirit to Spirit, Teachings of Going Within. And on my TikTok channel, I am 1974 Enlightened Soul. And I am also on Patreon now. I opened up today. I am there as Spirit to Spirit Teacher. Okay. Um, some of you know that I'm already on a little earlier. Do I remember what my topic was about? Not really. Uh, as I said before, I do my channel about my life experiences, and it can actually, well, be very hard for me sometimes. My last one was accepting compliments, okay? And this one that I'm talking about today is child custody, speaking up for the children. And I can freely speak of this in the topics that I talk about. I can talk about it because they're things that I've experienced. Um, I went through a custody battle myself back in 1999 because of what they perceived to be my mental health. And right now, I'm going through a situation, and I'm seeing a lot of it. Okay, seeing so many similarities, and I feel like I'm that child in the middle of a custody battle. I'm not in here to shame people or anything like that. Okay, here there's a lot of parents when they go through separation. They tend to really dislike one another. Okay, and then what happens? Because they dislike each other, usually the children end up in the middle. Or one parent usually just walks away and doesn't do anything to fight for visitation or custody of their children. And that pisses me off. I have two people in life that I care about very much, and both of them did the same fucking thing. And I feel like I'm in the middle, and I don't care if you two like me anymore. You know, sometimes we got to talk about the elephant in the room. You both avoid everything. Now I know what spirits they are. And it's like I'm the child in the fucking middle of it. My parents, my physical, they never separated. But these two that I'm around, what the fuck? Is if people really heard it, happy Canada Day. If people really heard it and freaking understood it, it would be fucking mind-blowing. I feel like I'm a fucking child in the middle of two delinquents that don't wanna face their own bullshit, and both of them keep blaming other people. You wonder why your kids don't have anything to do with you. Look what you did. Just because you didn't like the other parent. In '99, I used to be where I ended up in the psychiatric unit. I know I'm coming full-fledged because this hit home, because I was supposed to go out for Canada Day with these two people. And one didn't want to go because the other person was going and reminded them of their ex-husband. And then the other person didn't want to go because they were pissed off about that. Just take them. Yes, I am. I don't care if you ever fucking talk to me. No, I don't care if you ever talk to me. You guys just don't like seeing the elephant in the room. No, I didn't. Whatever, you go with that, boy. You go with that. No, I didn't. I'm just tired of both of you. Go watch the podcast. You have no fucking clue. Don't talk to me because I'm pissed off at the both of you right now because both of you are acting like fucking children. No, you know what? Yeah, I do act like a child because I like to go out and have fun with the kids. And I feel like I'm a fucking kid in the middle of it all. You guys are seeing this live. I'm actually talking to the person. Whatever, I don't care. Just go away from me. Peace. But don't peace me because you don't have peace. Bullshit. I wanted these two people to go. One was my best friend, and the other was my ex-husband. And they both go through very similar things. And he's pissed off at me because I'm confronting an elephant in the room because he had a problem with his ex-wife that had a child together. Stood by me while I fought for mine. And I fought for mine for 6 fucking years, and I went through hell. But it didn't stop me from fighting. And I couldn't stand my son's father. You're only hurting the kids. I have a right to say about this because I experienced the child custody thing, and I worked in family law. I was a family law legal assistant, and these children need fucking out because the lawyers in the court system, they don't care about the children, they care about the fucking pocketbooks, so they keep the families fighting. I was planning on going out and having fun, enjoying myself, but I got 2 fucking children that don't know how to act like adults and, like, get over it like they tell everybody else. And I don't care anymore if my friend likes me. I've had it. I feel like that child in the middle. She said that he reminds her of her ex-husband. Okay? If she knew fucking what I've gone through, because it's like I'm dealing with 3 of the same people. It's like, holy shit, do you really know what the fucking spiritual awakening is? It's like, seriously, stop avoiding your fucking problems. You do. People wonder why their kids have separation, and my son's ex-stepmother, not the one he has now, but she did the same thing. She walked away from her kids, and then you wonder why your kids don't wanna phone you. You wonder why your kids don't wanna talk to you. Your kids don't wanna be in the middle, but they're always in the fucking middle. It's always you gotta choose one or the other. Why can't kids have both where the parents fucking grow up when my son's father was doing it to me, I just, like, kinda walked away and I tried to get help through the courts, but they wouldn't do nothing. I ended up because my son come to my house one day and he didn't wanna go home, he was crying, he was running in his room trying to fucking hide in the corner. He wanted to go back to his father's. So I kept him home from school, and the school called his father, and the father had the police come to my home, and I had to watch them take my son again. Fuck people. It's like there's a bunch of kids speaking up right now, and we wonder why our kids are the way they are, especially once it's separation. It's like, what? So I had to watch the police take my kids away. They told me if I fought them or tried to keep them, that they were gonna arrest me, but it was okay for the father to keep them from me, do whatever he wanted, and it was all because of my mental health, and the same with this sort of them, and I don't care if people think that I'm airing dirty laundry. It's not about airing dirty laundry. It's about speaking up for the children of parents that wonder why their kids have nothing to do with them. So the police took him. I had to watch him go, even talk to him. And 21 days later, it takes child protection. 21 days later, he was dropped off on my door, and like, he was really sick, and he had been sick before that. He couldn't drop on the floor. So then I ended up getting custody because I ended up when I kept him and didn't take him to school that day, they called the police so the truth come out. Something took place. And then when I worked in family law, I had a woman call about a child protection case. She needed a lawyer, and she had a legal aid certificate. So I took all the information to my boss, my lawyer I worked for. She was just like, "Oh, okay, $60 an hour for 7 hours, and I don't have to do any work." Yep. The woman was coming because she wanted custody of her child back through child protection because her child got taken from her. You know, when we do this to our kids, and some of you are of that, and I don't know who is writing help in big letters because I don't need help. I got my help. Oh, I don't have to take a deep breath, but thank you. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm experiencing, but thank you for being concerned. Oh, yeah, I'm okay. I'm just fucking fed up. I'm fed up of hearing people say that they don't see their son, that their children have nothing to do with them. Well, look at what happened. And then he has the audacity to holler down and tell me because I have emotion and they don't want to look at it. Oh, just bury it. Everything's light and love and light. No, fucking look inside. Seriously. Stop fucking avoiding shit and fucking deal with it. Stop blaming me and putting shit on me. I'm done being in the fucking middle of this crap. I work for spirit. When spirit directs me to come do something, that's when I do it. Dice que le puto to yesha la sikrium. Que tu kriya ta kriya sa tu kriya ta kriya na tu dasa. Es uno yesha le kriya su good. Spirit's fed up with the crap. Think of it this way. Spirit is the mother, the father, and the child. You say the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Seriously. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm experiencing. I know what I'm going through. It's not part of what people really need to do for themselves. You want to fucking have empowerment? Instead of like crawling around in a corner and saying, oh, woe is me. I don't mind people coming and talking to me, but if you're not going to fucking listen to me, if you're not going to realize why the fuck the shit is happening to you, like seriously, it's saying the shit to me. Why don't you go say it to the people? It's called standing up for yourself. No, it's love and light. No, it's not. It's called avoidance. Pointing fingers and blaming everybody else. Have I had it? Yeah, I fucking have had it. And so have a lot of other people. Oh, I'm not worried about them. But thank you. That's people are not familiar with my channel. Go read my description in my YouTube channel, Spirit to Spirit Teachings of Going Within Self. I did a lot of my inner work. And I'm here and I'm calling out the elephant and I'm telling people, it's time to stand up for yourself. It's time to stop blaming other people because of one reason, one thing or another. Children are unable to stand up for themselves. Even when children do, they're told to shut up or mind their business. So seriously, why don't you be a fucking parent? Doesn't matter what you fucking split up about. Why is the children being punished for it? Don't like me? I really don't care anymore. I was all ready to go have some fun, to listen to some fucking live music until two people decided to act like fucking children. The children behave better than the adults half the time. Am I pissed off? You're fucking right. It's not just me either. It's different versions of spirit. I'm not here for the fucking adults. I'm here for the children. I'm really not one. What? I'm sorry, I don't understand. If you think it's funny about somebody talking about child custody and kids being put in the middle of it, then you really got some issues yourself. Not being rude, just stating a fact. If you get off and you laugh at other people's trauma and their stress, well, I won't say what it is. You already know. And I'm not being rude, I'm just being fucking straightforward. That's what's wrong with the world. Seriously? Come into my channel and call me aggressive homegirl. You don't fucking know me. You don't know what I went through. You don't need to be in my channel because I didn't invite you here. You came in. You don't like it. You know where the door is. I'm talking and speaking up for children. And if you don't like that, that's too fucking bad. If I come off aggressive, good. Maybe some people need to. I'm fine. I breathe just fine. But I appreciate it. Happy Canada Day to you too. People might want to go read my channel because I'm not in here to be all, I'm here to speak truth. And nobody likes to hear the fucking truth. They say they do, but they don't. Because if you hear the truth, that means you got to look at yourself. And I got to look at myself all the time. Every time I look in the fucking mirror, every time I look at people and it pisses me off, I know I know it's a part of me that I'm getting pissed off about. This part, I'm pissed off because I feel like the fucking child in the middle and I'm supposed to pick one parent over the other. Both of them just happen to be my friends now, my ex-husband and my friend. You know, people don't listen to their children. You wonder, like in custody battles, you wonder why your children get so aggressive and act up and show hatred towards the other parent because, well, if it's one turning the child against another parent, because my son's father told him at one point, as long as you have something to do with your mother, I don't want nothing to do with you. So seriously, how fucking adult is that? But not once did I tell my child that he had to choose between me and his father. It's good when you listen to your children because we say that our children are lying when in most cases our children are being honest and truthful with us. Other adults are just telling you they're lying. I'm going to say people wonder why custody battles when your children, like, oh, that a parent will keep a child from them. People don't want to deal with that. But you know what? You're the parent. Avoidance is only hurting your children. It's fighting for your children. Disco. Don't start with me because I ain't got time for your fucking bullshit today. It's a part of don't let a fight get in the middle. Because I get in excuse with my dad all the freaking time. I just don't want to talk to him anymore. But it's that part of knowing that, they only know what they learn, what they see, what they experience growing up. They have their story too. They have a story that you don't know. don't care how many times I get in fights with my family, I still don't walk away. Happened with my children, and I still don't walk away. I had my fucking head smashed off a door casing because of my child, because he was going through shit of his own, because his father had nothing to do with him. I don't wanna talk right now. People don't know my whole story. Children get so messed up from child custody battles versus children are put in the middle of it. But I'll tell you right now, that's because the parents are selfish in certain ways, and you think you're doing your kids a favor by not standing up. You're not. And then you're left wondering why your kids have nothing to do with you. This is why. Somebody close to me said that when they were 16, that their mother and father were gonna get a divorce, and they told their parents, you know, "Get a divorce, I ain't gonna see either one of you." Do you know the impact that that has on a parent? Seriously. These are things that people don't look at because, they think the spiritual awakening is just all love and light. No, it's looking at the fucking ugly parts. It's like, when are you gonna stop the children? You say that this is what's going on in a household or something like that, but yet you walk away from them? That would make me fight even harder. I'm not being rude, I'm not throwing shade, I'm just saying, "It's time to wake up now." And then we blame the children because because it's like, "Oh, well, they're adults now, they should know better." Well, really? Should they? Maybe you should have known better. I'm dealing with so many freaking synchronicities right now that is so fucking funny, and I can't even express it to the people that it deals with because they think it's all love and light. They really have no fucking clue, and if they did, well, you're in avoidance. So it's like, seriously? The other day on my birthday party, my nephew, he was sitting there, and my friend came, the one I'm talking about, my friend came, and my nephew looked and he's like, "Do you see that?" "What?" It's like another Tara, only with tattoos, and I love this girl. She's a sweetheart, and I love my ex-husband as a friend, and I do, I feel like a child put in the middle of 2 people. The guy doesn't he doesn't even understand it. They don't understand the synchronicities that I'm going through, and I'm done wearing other people's fucking karma. My channel is not for everyone. You wanna know what my channel is about and why it's like a roller coaster? It's because I'm fed up. Spirit is trying to help people see the song, greatest love of all. Children are our future. My channel is a roller coaster. Can be very trippy. And I just say, if you come in here and throw shit at me, go right back out the same way you came. Because that's the part that my channel's not for you. Or if it's pissing you off or making you cry or what have you, then you can relate. Speak spirit. Our ancestors, our ancient ancestors, because our ancestors are here dealing with it too, because they experienced it. But see, people say they know what the spiritual awakening is. But do you really? Because in order to get to the light, you need to go to that fucking darkness, that pain. I feel like a child in the middle of a custody battle because of something that happened today, and it's two adults. One doesn't like the other, but they don't even know the other person. It just reminds them of someone. So because somebody reminds someone of something, and yes, the person around me, yeah, they can be pretty negative, but you know, both of them can. They don't stop either one from, talking or expressing. But they do feel like the kid in the middle. This is a big fucking elephant in the room. And I'm finally figuring out what it excuse me, confirmation, I'm finally figuring out what it is that I'm experiencing, what I'm going through. No, of course not, because it's a medical system. Why would they diagnose you when you're a money source for them? It's a part of going spirit to spirit, because most illnesses, like physical illnesses and mental health issues, it's usually the lack of spiritual health because it's caused from stuff we hold inside of ourselves. But, a doctor won't most doctors won't tell you that. They'll just say, "Here, take this pill," or, "Here, go for another test." And then we'll say, "Oh, well, you're a bane on the existence of the medical system," which that's what they're saying to people now. But if you go within and you find out where your seed is, where your pain actually comes from, because it actually comes more so from an original trauma. And those are the seeds that our children, when they get put in the middle of things or get walked away and left. Not throwing on people, because I know some people, they just feel like they can't deal with the other person. because they're so abusive and what have you. Do you know if you say they're abusive to you, do you know what they're fucking doing to your kids? Maybe they're good to your kids and they just don't like you, but they're gonna keep your kids from you? Seriously, why are you allowing that? Doesn't matter if you ended up because you had a mental health issue. The courts are not supposed to use that against you, but you're still supposed to fight for your children, even if it is for visitation. I had a fucking lawyer. Like, she went in there and she looked like she was fucking doped up so bad that she couldn't even fucking function, and when I told her that the other lawyer was a conflict of interest, oh, well, that's what I got. You gotta you gotta fight for your children, whether it means that you go through fucking hell or not. When I went and lost custody of my son because of mental health, used a Ouija board and ended up in the psychiatric unit, and, in court they used my mental health, they used my spiritual beliefs, they used my marital status, they used my because I didn't have any other kids, and they're not allowed to do that. My paperwork was all over the internet because the family court was putting it out there. I found it one day, and I don't see it now, but I see one when I was trying to get my son's father to pay for some of his, college. But my son didn't even finish college because he was going through something because his father didn't want said he didn't want anything to do with him because he had something to do with me. Would I not go to functions because my son's father would be there? No, because I'm grown up now, and I was grown up then. That's why I just like certain things, you know, I just would call my son and say, "Hey, like, it's okay. We'll sort it out." My son sees my stuff now, well, he's an adult. It ain't like he didn't know what I was going through. When I see other parents, and right now I'm getting that burning sensation right in here and discreto torrebriai, standing up for our children. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Supposed to be the protectors of our children and not putting each other against one another. Seriously, like I said, why do our children have to suffer because we're fucking immature and not grown up? Thank you. I will cheer up. I will not pick. It's like killing each other. They have fucking idea what I go through, and then one of them wants to throw shit. I mean, you don't feel that, and the other one knows because they're very similar to me. My friend is very similar to me in many ways, and God love her, but they avoid. They stop avoiding things. I wonder why. Like, I know this is not my shit because I dealt with my shit. I'm just putting it out there and saying, "Come on, people, seriously. Someone's mad at me right now, and I don't care. If this is hitting home and it's making you angry at me, good. If somebody don't wanna talk to me anymore, good. It's not like I haven't gone through life without any friends anyways, 'cause nobody likes somebody who speaks truth or who, stands up and says something. They like people that just, shut up and, people could say, "Oh, well, you just mind your own business." Well, this is my fucking business because I'm the one fucking going through it and dealing with it. So it is my business. I need people to stop telling me to breathe because that's like the hospital when I was fucking dying and I went in there and I had a fucking air pocket and it popped within me and it went poof and it kept telling me to breathe like I had anxiety. I am breathing. I appreciate your help here. But when somebody tells somebody that's in a state of being pissed off and people tell somebody just breathe, I am very well connected. But I really appreciate it. It shows that you have concern. I'm doing great. I'm just fucking fed up with the bullshit. I'm fed up with people just, pushing everything aside and then thinking that their problems are just gonna go away. Thank you. Or like, if you've just walked away from your children instead of, like, going for custody or getting visitation and actually doing it and continue to fight for it, then don't wonder why your kids have nothing to do with you or want much to do with you. And this isn't to be, it's to point something out that this is why you've been once wondering why. This is why. Because they're left wondering. I'm going through it because I felt like I abandoned it. My oldest allowed because I gave custody to my parents and then I fucking walked off. But it wasn't him I was walking away from. It was my problems. So, like, unless you really know my story, fuck, man. Some they say that, but when you get aggressive, I can't watch you. Why? Why? Because it makes you feel something? Makes you realize that you can relate and it's something that you don't wanna deal with? It's like living in denial ain't gonna get you where you wanna be. telling you right now, whether people realize it or not, your children need you. Seriously, take it away, Toy. My voice chakra is activated, and I'm hoarse because there's a lot of light codes coming in. There's a lot of light coming in, a lot of people's throat chakra is activating. If you're not familiar with the spiritual awakening, a lot of people on here that they might be able to do it. They'll do it a little lighter, but I'm here for the harder souls. Whatever. I breathe just fine. I don't need somebody coming in here telling me how to breathe because you have like, not being rude, but you don't know what I do. I'm very connected. I have my crystals. I have everything that I need, and I walk with spirit. Spirit is with me all the time. So spirit is my guide. Spirit is my teacher. Spirit is my friend. Spirit is my mother, my father, my sister, my brother, my child. The spirit is the one that encourages me and gets me through the day. It's not so much physical people because half the time I just stay by myself. Not because I'm antisocial or because I don't like people, because I love being around people. If you want to throw it at me, to get you through your day, feel for you, sending you healing, love. It's up to you whether you want to accept it or not. You have no clue who I am. You have no clue what my story is, what I've been through for my spiritual awakening. I know that I'm headed somewheres. I know my worth, and I'm here to empower other people to see the worth. And this ain't to throw shame on you or anyone. Maybe you're a child of separation and you experienced it and you're angry. As far as breathing, I breathe just fine. I only sound like this, like I said, I've been going through it. It's been like this for a couple of weeks, and I've been doing clearing. I'm quite advanced in my spiritual awakening, and I'm still moving forward because I still need the guidance and moving forward. It's just people get tired of feeling like they're in the middle of everybody else's conflict and stress because people don't want to deal with their stuff. It's not because we don't care about you or because we don't love you. It's happening because we do. People come on and say, "Oh, it's love and light, love and light." Go dance, love and light. Not being rude. I do. I have love and light because if I didn't have love and light, I wouldn't be coming on here and putting myself out there and my story out there so others could realize their own story and see that it's okay to feel the way you do. It's okay to stand up for yourself. No, I don't hate, and it's okay to be angry. It's okay to feel angry. It's just keep your fucking hands to yourself. That's the part of it. Keep your hands to yourself, speak your truth, stand up for yourself. But maybe, like, if people aren't angry, maybe you didn't have a lot of shit to deal with or go through, or maybe you went through it. There are people that are going through other people's karma. There are people going through their own enlightenment, going through their own awakening. So it's that part that, if somebody comes in that, oh, they're so like they're all about love and light. I have to ask, when you go through something really, something that sends you for a loop, are you gonna know how to deal with it? Or are you just gonna love and light? And we're not like you can love someone and not like them, okay? Because it's about the personality. And people liked me as long as I was like, curling up in a ball and not saying shit if I had a mouthful. And I feel anger towards me right now. Like me, love me. Hate me, love me. I'm used to it right now. But I won't stop caring about others. I won't stop wanting the best for them, wanting them to see things turn around. Because I don't care about people, it's because I do care. And people don't understand that. You think I'm being judgmental? No, I'm not. I'm helping. I'm trying to, with you, to help you because you can't just cover it up with a band-aid. And it's like, yes, first thing, to be able to see that darkness and confront it, that's embracing the masculine and feminine. And some are so far in their feminine that that's where they don't stand up for themselves. And some are so far in their masculine that they just want to hammer people down. And they think that they have to be the full-blown protector. I'm balanced. I mean, like, people may say, "Oh, well, you do this imbalance." You don't fucking know me. You're not around me every day. But when I've got to a boiling point where I've had enough, then you get it. I'm not gonna hold back and feel pain within myself because somebody else don't wanna look at themselves. I wanted to spend today with 2 people that I cared about, and one that they couldn't even understand why the other person, and they don't even know them. It's because they have negative energy and they rub in their own eye sometimes. But that's a spirit to spirit. It's because your spirit has a beef with the part of their spirit, which, if the person reminds you of somebody, then you have a beef with that other person. You have a beef with that spirit. So maybe instead of, like, taking it out on other people, dealing with those people that you got the real beef with. I ain't got time for stuff like that. Not being rude, but there's lots of cooking channels on this channel. Isikulakriyam, kituturi esikurai. And I didn't back until I moved it. I wanted to go sit with two people I cared about. And neither one, it's like parents. Neither one of them can put aside their differences for their children. You shouldn't have rude. I know you feel like you loved the person at the time. Well, then I guess you might want to think of why you had the children at the time and then keep that into perspective for the children's sake. These are things that don't voice because they can't voice because they're told to shut up and go to the room, or I don't want to hear it, or your mom's this and your mom's that, or your dad did this, your dad did that. Have I done it? A couple times. And then I realized, wait a minute, no, I'm not going to stoop to that level. Your children are the ones that hurt. You might be hurting because you don't see your children, or just think of what your children are going through because they felt like you walked away. Because you already feel like you abandoned your children. Think of how they feel. And I'm not throwing shade on anyone. It's, put your own differences aside and think of the kids, put the children first, whether it causes you pain or not. The divorce is not their fault, but they're left thinking it is. They're left wondering why. They're left wondering why one parent went away and didn't come back. They're left thinking that that parent didn't love them. So if people don't like, coming into a channel where somebody feels other people's pain and experiences it, then don't come in. It just means my channel's not for you. Yeah, I think you're the one that came in before and said the same thing. Like, were you born that way? You know, they say some people were born sick. Well, why were they born sick? Just think of all the stuff that's put into your parents' body. Go watch Bruce Lipton. Learn something. Joe Dispenza. Healing frequencies work great. I'm not in here to play games. Want to play games and head trips, go find the ones that want to play games and head trips. I ain't got time for it. Spirit ain't got time for it. I don't have to cheer up. I will cheer up when I'm ready to cheer up. But right now, I'm here making a point, not being rude. You don't like my channel because I don't cheer up? Well, go to somebody else's channel that are lovely. The ones that don't feel nothing. That just, fake it till you make it. And I'm not saying they're all like that because a lot of them Like some of them come in this world not having anything going on, not having any karma, not experiencing any trauma or what have you, so they don't know how to react or be around people who have. And my channel is about spirit to spirit teachings of going within self. That's the part of going in and looking at the pain. If you ain't got none, well, then I get my channel ain't for you. And that ain't being rude. That's just being upfront and honest. It's the same. I'm gonna be honest. Like my when I was younger, 8, 9, things happened. I just looked at my. It was like I looked at my parents and said, you know, if you guys don't want to be together anymore, why don't you just separate for a while and find out if you still want to be together? Because it causes so much pain within the children, and then the children are fighting, and then the children are just like, "Go away. I ain't got time for you." Not being rude, but come back when you actually, like, wanna not come in and tell me how to run my channel, because I know you're either a troll. I feel for you if you're a troll coming in to, you know, drop somebody's channel. The world has enough of those, and I'm so they did what? I am gonna ask about that. They did what to you? Who did what to you? And if you're in here to troll, then go away. If you're in here because you can relate to it and you wanna understand things, but if you're not in here for that, you were in the middle. I'm like, were you in the or were you the parent that went through the custody thing? Maybe you went through both. I don't need somebody to come in here and tell me about anger. I have my shit together. I just come in here and bring things forward when I say enough, when it's enough is enough, because it's that spirit to spirit, and people have no idea why I'm in this world. I'm serious. If the languages don't give it away, but someone say, "Oh, you're speaking gibberish." No. Dice con la catatori magari it's not gibberish. Try ancient languages that, galactic languages. God. Oh, I'm connected. I'm connected to spirit forms of spirit that have experienced so much. I'm connected with the collective. I'm connected with the mother, father, child, because I am a child of God. No, I'm not religious. I like this person. Christ and the Sophia, the Yeshua and the Mary. I know that it's not just a father. Not being rude. I don't tote the Bible. I don't preach it because Church of England. I've had so many bad experiences with the church. There was one church that actually helped, and it was the church that did my exorcism in '99. But they didn't tell me anything after. They just said, just keep saying Jesus. Just keep saying Jesus. Didn't really, I had no fucking understanding of what I had just experienced. I knew that like I was experiencing a spiritual thing. But then after that, when I went to the church for spiritual guidance, oh, you need to not you need the psychiatric unit. Really? Been to the psychiatric unit 4 times in 2 years, 3 times in one, and they released me diagnosed as unexplained. So don't people come in here and tell me about church or the Bible or anything like that, because I don't need the church. I don't need the Bible to find God, because God is here. That's where God is for me. That's where spirit is. It's right in here. And it's when you realize that you are both masculine and feminine. God is both masculine and feminine. It's not a man or a woman. I do not fucking bow to the knees of a man. I had a pastor give me a card. Women shall submit to thy husbands. Seriously? Nah. No more than a man should submit to their wives. You know, it's called equal. Shua didn't ask anybody to bow to his feet. And if he did, you know, he ought to feel foolish for it. Love is God. God is love. Love is God. Love is the infinite energy. And we were all born of that energy. Evil is actually, it's a lack of empathy for life. That's what evil is. And that's man-made. I have love for people. I have caring and understanding. And if I start judging someone, I realize, wait a minute, whoa, ask questions. You don't go by what somebody else tells you. Use your own discernment, use your own feelings. Because maybe it's those spirit to spirit that don't like each other. And I like some people pissed off because you don't like what I'm saying. Some people are in religion and don't understand the other parts to it because you're being told from specific. Seriously, dissi quella categoria. Trolling. You can almost forget for you. No, my God, spirit. And if you want to come in here and be dirty, there's probably plenty of channels that want to play with you. For that thought. And I won't block you. I won't delete you, but I know my worth. So if doing that to women helps you feel big about yourself, then I do feel for you because that's your ego. And I ain't got time for you. Come back when you're mature and grown up. Ya no, la cargando con questo, che tutto è riesce ad essere okay, e quello che tu deve essere for you. Because it could actually report you for, sexual misconduct because I know exactly what you're doing. And you're like that, fly don't bother me. Back to the children because I have so many and trying to troll who wants to say about, I should be soaked. But you know what? I don't need to be soaked because I can soak myself. And if people thought that was dirty, no, because men think that you need them when in all actuality they don't. Women can build houses too. Just men don't give them credit for it. It's, if you're going through custody, don't put your kids in the middle of it. Don't walk away from your children. It's hurting them. It's hurting them. And you're staying there and standing up. Spirit's telling me to go now. So I'm going to leave it at that. And I hope that everyone's having a beautiful Canada Day because we can have more than what we've got because more than what self-empowerment. That being said, I'm sending you all much love, light, many blessings, most importantly, very good health to anyone and everyone wanting one to receive. I want you all to be big, bold, brave. Most importantly, be yourself. Be your authentic self. Be true to yourself. Be true to others. Be who you are, not who somebody else says you have to be or that you are. Know that you are more powerful and you have more strength than you can comprehend times. And just be kind to yourself and be kind to others. All love. Have a great Canada Day. Tatay. Gusto ko na may